All right, here we are on the Digital Bits. Now, this is a site that I use a lot. I use it a lot to look at upcoming DVD and Blu-ray releases. It's got cool cover art and everything. It's a nice interface. It's a nice setup. And as you can see, you can actually see it. I found a new, not really necessarily new, but it's new to me, a new software called OBS, and it's a screen recording software that's actually free, which is an amazing thing considering how well this works. This works better than the software that I was using before to record gameplay footage and stuff on NES and Super Nintendo games. And I will definitely be using this to record other games like that in the future. So anyway, let's take a look at this site, shall we? Just take a look at some of the upcoming releases. I don't know what that is. I think it's an opera. I don't care. Le Nozze di Figaro. Blair Witch. The Blair Bitch. Not interested in the remake. I wasn't even really a big fan of Blair Witch. The Blair Witch Project to begin with. So, yeah, definitely not buying that. Denial. Looks like a boring courtroom drama. Middle School, the worst years of my life. That looked like one of the worst films I could possibly ever watch by the trailer, so I'm definitely going to skip that. Striker. Really? Striker, of all movies, on Blu-ray. Like, what features does this have? Who's releasing this? Of course, this goes to Amazon. Kino Lorber. I just don't understand. Sometimes it's just like Striker, but perfect weapons on Blu-ray, but no Deadly Outbreak, no Street Night. Striker? Seriously? When I think of Striker, I think of the character from Airplane, played by Robert Hayes. I don't think of this movie. The Monkey King 2, man, who cares? I don't know, I've never seen The Monkey King, so I don't know what to say. Gone in 60 Seconds, the original Gone in 60 Seconds on Blu-ray. Glitter? Glitter? Really? Glitter on Blu-ray. A Blu-ray of glitter. I guess every movie has its fans. I guess. I mean, I know Mariah Carey has a bunch of fans. I know they're feeling pretty embarrassed though after that New Year's Eve celebration she did. Pretty embarrassing. Sea of Love with Al Pacino. I've heard of that movie, but I've never seen it. And I'm actually pretty curious about it because I saw the trailer for it. And it's got Ellen Barkin, who I am a big fan of as an actress. Al Pacino is always good. It looked like a pretty good movie. So, I don't know, I might get that someday. But not on that generic looking Blu-ray. I mean, look how generic that looks. All of them look the same. Like this really awful looking black and white thing. I don't know why it looks like that. That's just awful Photoshop. I mean, look at Love Happens. That's really bad. They got like white lines around them. They look like they're stickers or something. Like they're cardboard cutouts. The Hollow. Yeah, no relation to the other, The Hollow. Which I need to get around to watching. Bunch of other shows and stuff I don't care about. Sleepy Hollow, Blair Bitch again, TLC, AJ Styles, To Lava Tulantula. Oh my god, is that Steve Guttenberg? Holy shit, it's Steve Guttenberg. Oh cool, I love that. I like this search thing. Cool. I didn't know this about Digital Bits. Now they have this little, you scroll over this little magnifying glass and you can look at the cover art. To Lava Tulantula. Fire burns. Lava bites again. So this is a sequel? This is like an Asylum movie, but it's got the goot, man. I know it's the Asylum, but I don't know, it's got the goot. Maybe I'd watch it one day down the road for the goot. He's a legend. Taylor Lautner and Run the Tide. I almost thought it said Run and Hide. Yeah, Run and Hide away from Taylor Lautner's movie. He looks really interested, doesn't he? Look at his face. He's like, oh man, I'm so interested in being in this movie. I am so involved. totally. Exercise DVDs. Zombie Massacre 2. Reich of the Dead. Looks pretty bad. Michael Pare, The Shelter. Huh. It's probably a shitty film, but I don't know. Michael Pare in a horror film? I'd be interested in that. I'll go check out a trailer for that. Michael Pare. Oh, Michael Biehn. Michael Biehn in The Girl, which is directed by Jennifer Blank Bean. So is that his daughter? And Tia Carrera's in that? Cover art's not the best, but I don't know, for Michael Biehn maybe. Or Bine. I don't know how to say his last name. I know I should, because I'm a huge fan of his. I think it's Bean. Equalizer 2000, aka the movie with the big fucking gun. I mean, look at that. Look at that thing. The big fucking gun. It's awesome. Sisterhood. Haven't seen it before, but I've heard of it. Cover art makes it look kind of awesome. Wheels of Fire. Another Mad Max wannabe ripoff from the 80s. The future is now. One man stands alone against a world gone mad. It's not even subtle there. A world gone mad? Yeah, like Mad Max. Wheels of Fire. There may be no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Dune Warriors? Really? That's on DVD? I don't... Ouija 3? This isn't related to Ouija. It's not related to the Ouija movies. It's some other Ouija franchise. Apparently there's more than one Ouija franchise. God help us all. Oh, Shadow Warriors. Those shitty Hulk Hogan films are getting a DVD release. Let me guess, it's from Mill Creek Entertainment. Oh, great. They get shitty cover art to go along with, their bullshit. Hey, it's fitting. And I also get 2 additional movies, Blackjack and Maximum Force. Maximum Force. Is that the one with Lyle? Not Lyle Zato. No, I think it is. Is it Lyle Zato? No, it's not Lyle Zato. It's another guy. It's another former football player. I don't know if that's the same one or not. God, these cover arts are awful. Like Havana and... What is this? I guess they're trying to make it look like 50 Shades of Grey or something? What the fuck is going on there? Oh look, Steven Seagal, 15 action movies featuring Steven Seagal in Driven to Kill. Yeah, probably a lot of shitty Seagal films. And a lot of other shitty action movies. Barbie, Buffalo Bill. God, these are so bad. For Love or Money. Yeah, I heard about that Barbie movie. They're going to do a Barbie movie, and Amy Schumer is going to be Barbie. Good luck with that. Go to the next page. We got The Accountant with Ben Affleck. I do want to see that. I want to check that out. I actually think it looks pretty interesting. I like the trailer. Deepwater Horizon. Marky Mark. I don't know. So there's a lot of good reviews, but it just doesn't interest me, the plot line. Neither is Birth of a Nation. Max Steel. I remember when Max Steel was like this really dated, really awful looking CGI cartoon. And I remember Max Steel being basically a Guyver ripoff. But apparently that's what Max Steel is nowadays. I heard this movie was horrendous. Like, really bad. But, yeah, that's probably why I will avoid it. And then, see, I'm having a hard time even talking about it because it's so shitty. Band of the Hand. Cool, that's getting a Blu-ray finally. Well, that's nice. Who's doing it? Oh, I can see the spine. It's Mill Creek. Oh, damn. But, I don't know. They did a good job with Billie Jean. So, well, I guess, at least somebody's releasing it. The cover art's pretty cool, too. Alright. Might get that someday down the road. Dead of Winter. I think that's a Scream Factory release. I like the film. I don't know if I get it on Blu-ray just yet, though, but I would like to add that to my collection someday. That's a really underrated thriller with Roddy McDowall and Mary Steenburgen. oh look, you can get a double feature with Crystal Lake Memories and Never Sleep Again. But I have them both. I have Crystal Lake Memories on Blu-ray with the bonus disc, after I went through a lot of bullshit to get it, but hey, I have it though. And I still haven't watched it yet. I know, I need to watch this stuff. I really do. Had to take a drink of some tea there real quick. Star Trek Enterprise is a complete series. I never liked that show. I could never get into it. So, yeah. Definitely not getting that. Under the Shadow. I've never even heard of that movie. Oh, I think that's the one I saw a trailer for. It didn't do anything for me. Oh, I love it. And by I love it, I mean I hate it. I hate it when all these DVD covers nowadays have certified fresh Rotten Tomatoes on the cover. Like that means that means anything. Oh yeah, it's certified fresh. That means I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna go get it now because it's certified fresh by Rotten Tomatoes. Fuck that bullshit. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. It's an overrated website. If you base Rotten Tomatoes on what films you're going to watch and what films you're not going to watch, then you're going to miss out on a lot of great films, and you're going to watch some movies that are really overrated and really shitty that you wish you did not see because of the certified fresh Rotten Tomatoes label. Like, what is it? That makes the DVD look like a fucking piece of produce. It's certified fresh. It's fresh. It's a DVD. It's a movie, for fuck's sake. It's not a tomato. It's not a head of lettuce. Murder Lust. Plus Project Nightmare. Yeah, get that on DVD. Remember, this guy sniffs some panties and some balls fly around and fuck him up. No, they're not his balls either. Stranger Things, Strange Things. I almost said Stranger Things because that's totally what they were going for. It's Strange Things, not Stranger Things. We want it to be Stranger Things. As you can see, we're using the same title trying to trick people into thinking it's Stranger Things, but no, it's not. It's just an 11 movie collection with a bunch of other movies on it from Mill Creek Entertainment. What's on this one? We have... They're not telling me what titles are on it on Amazon. Oh, that's brilliant. That's a great idea. I know it has Krull, Lurkers, and Space Hunter, and Pulse. What are the other, like, 6 or 7 titles? 7. What are the other 7 titles? I don't know. I have no idea, and I don't really care enough to look it up. 80s Beat. Because it's like Tiger Beat. Remember, those magazines from the 80s? There's... Yeah. Oh, so clever. Or the Don't You Forget About Me pack with, The Freshman. What? What movie is that? Like, The Freshman? I don't even remember that movie. Like, what movie is that? The Freshman. Is that the one with Matthew Broderick and like Marlon Brando? Or is that a different movie? I think that's a different movie. No Small Affair, Fresh Horses, and Immediate Family. What? I don't know. I've never heard of any of those movies. Don't You Forget About Me? Don't Forget About Me. Not Don't You Forget About Me. Sorry. That's what they were trying to do. Don't You Forget About Me. Because, the famous 80s song, Don't You Forget About Me. Yeah, I think people have already forgotten about those movies. What movies are those? I don't know what they're talking about. And I'm an 80s guy. I'm like an 80s movie guy, and I don't even know what movies they're talking about. I think I might have gotten The Freshman right, but that's about it. I have no idea what else these other movies that they're talking about are. Star Trek Enterprise again. I don't care. I know it probably has some fans. I'm definitely not one of them. Look, it's Bat Babe, the dark nighty. Get it? Instead of the night, it's dark nighty. Fuck. Literally, fuck. There's gonna be a lot of fuck. And a lot of fucking in that movie. Yeah, a whole lot of don't give a shit, don't give a fuck. Okay, next page. Oh, The Girl on the Train. I'll give that a watch someday. Because it actually looked like it might be an interesting thriller. I like the actress. So, I think it's Emily Blunt. So, Keeping Up with the Joneses, I'll skip that. That looked really shitty. That cover art is awful, too. I mean, look at that. Look how ugly that is. Well, I mean, it's not going to have that on it when you buy it. It's not in theaters now. And it's not in theaters. There's no way. But even without that, it's still ugly. It's just a really awful looking Photoshop mess. And this is pretty shitty too. But hey, it's fitting. It's a really shitty movie. Shotgun quarters. You know, quarters with shotguns. Stupid. No, I mean shotguns with quarters. Shotgun. Quarters with shotguns! Just thinking about this movie just kills brain cells. Resident Evil Afterlife. What? There's two different covers? There's one that's just a regular Blu-ray, and then you can get it in 4K Ultra HD. So you can see the stupid quarter shooting shotguns in 4K. And you can see Battleship in 4K. Holy shit, you can see this fucking forgettable, awful movie that everybody's forgotten about, that I've never bothered to see, because it's based on the board game Battleship. You can see it in 4K. Can we even see in 4K? Like, what is the point of 4K? Ouija, Origin of Evil. Now, people have asked me about that. Are you going to see that? And I'm like, I don't really want to see it. This is another Ouija movie, but it's not as bad as the other one. Yeah, doesn't mean it's going to be good. Just because it's not as bad. It could still be bad. Yeah, 12 Monkeys had a TV show on Sci-Fi Channel, apparently. I've never seen an episode. Have you? Has anyone who is watching this, have they seen an episode of this show? The Whole Truth with Keanu Reeves. Keanu looks so bored. That is not a good way to sell your movie. Look at his face! He's just like, oh, fuck. When can I start shooting John Wick Chapter 2? Because this is just bad. I don't want to be in this boring procedural crime thriller. Nobody's going to watch this. You want to watch the whole truth? You want to know the whole truth? You can't handle the truth. I'll tell you what the truth is. I don't want to be in this movie. You can see that on my face on the cover of this Blu-ray. Whoa. This is totally bogus. I do a terrible Keanu Reeves impression. There you go. You're welcome. Slumber Party Massacre 2 and Slumber Party Massacre 3 on Blu-ray. Why, Scream Factory? Just why? Because they had the rights, and let's just release it. Death Race 2050. Roger Corman. I think Roger Corman's directing it. It's like a sequel to Death Race 2000. I saw the trailer for this. This looked... Oh man, this looks so bad. It looked horrible. It looked like a piece of shit. It looked like a piece of flaming dog shit. That looked really, really bad. That looked worse than the original. Like the first movie. It was made in the 70s. How does a movie from 2016 or 2017 look cheaper than a movie from the 70s? I mean, it really is baffling. It's crazy. More shitty Resident Evil movies. Shitty Resident Evil covers. He never pays for sex. Laundryman? What? What is this cover? It looks like a ripoff of Carrie. And it's called Laundryman? Like, just the title alone is just terrible. Oh, it's Laundryman. Better stay away from Laundryman. Do your laundry. The fuck? Never pays for sex? What does that have to do with laundry? What does that have to do with anything? And she's like crying? Like she's got blood dripping down her face and she's crying, but she's showing no emotion. And then it's laundry, and then there's Laundry Man? What's his catchphrase? Instead of it's garbage day, it's laundry day! That's so fucking stupid. Laundry Man. Really? Nash Bridges on Blu-ray. On Blu-ray. Yeah, not Blu-ray. On Blu-ray. I'm a little baby. Blu-ray. Nash Bridges on Blu-ray. The Love Boat. Alright. Hey, there's fans of that show. Okay. The Mod Squad. Holy shit, the Mod Squad. Look at that afro. That's a nice afro. Best pay-per-view matches of 2016. There are? How are they going to fit? How are they going to make 3 discs? I mean, seriously. I've seen like maybe 2 or 3, maybe like 5 matches that I've seen this year from WWE and pay-per-views that were great. That were actually pretty good. Definitely not enough to fit 3 discs. At least not for me anyway. Wolf House. Ancient, unknown, unstoppable. And also, let's rip off Company of the Wolves. Yeah, let's rip that off. Because it's the same cover art. For the most part. It's like the same thing. Like, the guy probably the person who put this together thought he was clever. But really, it just reminds me of Company of the Wolves, which is probably going to be a much better movie than Wolf House. Because Company of the Wolves had the same sort of werewolf sort of effects. Where instead of somebody turning into a werewolf, like the wolf would come out of them. Which is actually pretty cool. Bubba the Redneck Werewolf? Really? Like something that Trauma would be proud of. Again, Laundry Man. What the fuck is this? Jeez. He never pays for sex. What does he kill hookers and then doesn't pay for sex? Is this a horror film for hookers? He didn't pay! I gave him a blowjob and then he ran away. He used the money to pay for laundry. Stupid. This is the definition of TriHard right here. Like, he's trying to be so scary. He's trying way too hard to be scary that it's just laughable. Problem child. This DVD is a problem. I hate these lazy fucking covers with just like this bullshit. I hate it. It's so fucking lazy. God. It's just bad. I mean, Problem Child was probably the worst one out of those. I mean, even if you're a fan of the movie, you wouldn't want to own this. What's wrong with just using the cover art from the VHS? Oh, you got USS Indianapolis, The Men of Courage, the Nicolas Cage movie, based on the true story of the guys who were on the ship, and then it crashed, or like it got shot down. It didn't crash because it's not a spaceship. Yeah, the ship crashed on the ocean. It crashed in the ocean while it was on the ocean. Duh. No, it didn't, you dumbass. It got hit by a torpedo or something, and it sank. And then the crew was left stranded in the ocean with all these sharks circling around. So it's the story that Quint was talking about in Jaws, but with a low budget and Nicolas Cage. Yeah, probably not going to be that good. Inferno with Tom Hanks. Generic looking cover art, but I want to see the movie. I like the trailer for it. Oh, cool. Wait Until Dark is getting a Blu-ray, but it's an archive collection release. Oh, man. Basically, a BDR. You know, instead of a DVD-R, it's a Blu-ray-R. It's a Blu-ray, you know, it's a BDR. It's a really good movie, though. They'll probably charge up the ass for it, too. The monster. You know, this, from the director of The Strangers, which is a pretty shitty film. It's a practical monster, okay. You should not have put it on the cover. Because honestly, that monster looks like something I'd seen Saturday the 14th. Or something Goosebumps. Monster is supposed to be the scariest thing about the movie. I saw the trailer. I'm curious about the film because I saw the trailer. And the trailer didn't give away the monster. It didn't show anything. It didn't show the monster at all. But you know what? The Blu-ray shows the goddamn monster on the cover. Which is a mistake. What are you doing? Who put this together? Oh yeah, the movie probably spends a lot of its running time keeping the monster in secret and in the shadows. And then they show you the fucking monster on the cover of the Blu-ray. Genius. Just absolute genius at work here. Movie might be good, but that's just a bad idea. Blood Rage by Arrow Video. Never seen the film, so I can't say anything about it. Hooperman. John Ritter? What? Hooperman? What is this? John Ritter, Hooperman? I've never even heard of this show. It lasted for 2 seasons and John Ritter is in it? What is this show? Was it like an 80s show? 70s show? It was an 80s show. John Ritter. He plays a plainclothes police detective named Harry Hooperman. And when he inherits a building from his former landlady, he also gains ownership of her dog, a feisty Jack Russell Terrier named BU. I don't know if I said that correctly or not. Comedy and drama ensue at an equal measure as Hooperman juggles the pressures of his job, his newfound pet, and a romantic entanglement with the building manager he hires. The series co-stars Barbara Bosson from Hill Street Blues, Felton Perry from Robocop. Felton Perry from Robocop? Cool. Wow. Mark Hamill has a cameo. Olive Films is releasing it. Someday. Yeah, maybe down the road. Maybe pick up season 1 just to see if I like it, and then maybe do season 2. I like John Ritter. Huh. That might be fun. I've never even heard of that show before. Cool. I learned I learned something new. I don't see much else here. Revolution Revisited? That's some really bad cover art. What is this? Is this another version of the director's cut? Is this another cut of the film? Like, Warner Archive Collection? I don't even know what it is. Is it a documentary? Excuse me, on the making of the film? Oh, Performance. That's getting a DVD. I think that was Mick Jagger's acting debut. I don't know. Whatever. Ultimate Warrior Collection? Don't lie to me. There's only one Ultimate Warrior, and it's not Braveheart, it's not Gladiator, and it's not Hercules. It's the Ultimate Warrior. And you know who I'm talking about. Always believe. Next page, we got Jack Reacher Never Go Back, aka Never Go Back to the Theater. Generic cover art for a generic movie. Masterminds. See, I mean, yeah, it's just pretty generic looking. Smart, gripping action thriller with an attitude? Where the hell is the attitude? What movie did this person watch? It wasn't the same movie I saw. Masterminds. I've heard about that. I have it. I could, on my hard drive somewhere. I don't know. I'll watch it one day, I guess. I mean, doesn't look like a great film, but I don't know, I'm kind of curious about it because it's based on a true story. Oh, Madea's Halloween movie. Fuck off, Madea. Her, Madea, Hallelujah. Lair of the White Worm. I need to watch that again before I go and get a Blu-ray like this. Whenever I see this cover, though, I will always think of my friend Matt when he did the video where he was looking at VHS and DVD cover art as well as some posters. And he made fun of this one because he's like, I always remember seeing this one in the video store when I was a kid, and I always thought like she was like changing a light bulb. And it kind of does look like she's changing a light bulb because of the way that she's holding the top of the basket in her hands. It looks like she's just staring out in space and, oh, hold on real quick, I need to change this light bulb. And I'm like, bitch, there's a snake right there, you better get out of the way. Stop changing the light bulb, there's a snake. Yeah. Good times. Parents, another one I need to see before I do make any sort of determination. Poltergeist 2, The Other Side. Absolutely. Look at that gorgeous cover art. I will be getting that sometime. I have Poltergeist 2 on Blu-ray already, but I'll definitely want to upgrade it because this one has features, and this really sweet looking cover art. And plus, a new transfer, and I really do like Poltergeist 2. I think it's an underrated sequel. So this is definitely one of the Scream Factory releases I will definitely be getting my hands on sometime this year. Poltergeist 3, great cover art, not so great movie, but I would not mind getting this someday down the road for the alternate ending. And hopefully it's the one that I've been wanting to see for a while. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this film. And Richard Firecrotch, stupid psychiatrist fucking character, he's a fucking dick. He's a firecrotch. This movie gives you firecrotch. Madea, another Madea movie? Fuck off, Madea. We're about as bad as fucking Leprechaun. Pinocchio. Roadblock. Yeah, somebody wants Roadblock on DVD or Blu-ray. Yeah, fucking right. Coffin Joe. I've heard about those movies. I've never seen them, though. It didn't really interest me. Ride Along. You can get both of these shitty films in a 2-pack. Look, even Ice Cube is pissed. He's like, what are you doing buying this shit? And even Kevin Hart's like, what? I don't know. I have no idea why anyone would buy this. Don't look at me. Well, those movies were hits, so apparently there are people who do like the ride-along films. I haven't met anyone who likes those movies, but okay. John Wick in 4K. Why do we need that? Dirty Dancing, the 30th Anniversary Collector's Edition. I'm not really a big fan of that film, and I'm okay with the DVD that we have. So, King Kong, the Ultimate Edition. What's the difference? Is it going to make it a good movie? Because if it's just more scenes and it's just still a shitty film, it's not going to make a difference. Why would you release this 1976 film on Blu-ray in the US instead of another release of Peter Jackson's King Kong? You do that. Justice League Dark, which I think comes with like an action figure, Constantine. That's your thing. There you go, The Take. Which, oh, this cover art's awful. The trailer for this movie looked pretty good. I like Idris Elba. I was curious about it because Idris Elba's the lead in like an action thriller. But this cover art is generic as fuck. It's awful. And I like the original title better, Bastille Day. Bastille Day is Bastille Day, or that's a lot better than The Take. It's like Bus 367, or I think that's what it was called, all over again. They changed the name to The Heist. And now they changed the Bastille Day to The Take. And then gave it generic, shitty-looking cover art to boot. And what is that shit on the bottom? Is that snow? Is that cocaine? What the fuck is that? Life on the Line. John Travolta. Wow, Travolta's looking pretty raggedy there. I don't. What is this about? I don't. He's a. Is this like a version of Daylight, but with John Travolta? I'll go see a trailer, but he's looking pretty raggedy. The Mummy, Blu-ray. Fine with my DVD, to be honest. Fast and Furious films, again on Blu-ray. I have this already, but for anyone who hasn't been able to get their hands on this show, this would be a good thing to pick up sometime. I do recommend it. It's a great show. It's an underrated show, especially the first 2 seasons. It's actually my favorite version of the Twilight Zone. Yeah, I'm like the only one out there that I can think of that this is their favorite version, but this is my favorite version. And the 3rd season is like a syndicated season. It's not, it's pretty poor actually. There's a few episodes that are all right, but for the most part, it's not that great. But I don't think this new set has any of the features that the original Image release had. So the original Image releases, they had interviews with some of the cast and crew. On the first set, you had an interview with Wes Craven on there, and you had an audio commentary with Wes, and you had audio commentary tracks with some of the other writers as well, and directors from some of the episodes. So you're not going to get any of that stuff on this box set, because it's just going to be the episodes put into a set. But it's an affordable price, so, the other ones are hard to find. And Paramount's releasing it, so who knows, maybe they might be putting the sets, the features back on it as well. I don't know for sure. I don't think it does have them, though. Because if I remember correctly, they released this back in 2014, and it didn't have any of the features. So I think they're just releasing the same set again in 2017. But I could be wrong, though. I don't think so, though. Moontrap, Target Earth. I love Moontrap. You know me, I love that movie. It's going to be sad that the Moontrap sequel is going to have better picture quality probably than Moontrap. This looks awful. The trailer looked really bad. I mean, look at these robots. Bigger isn't always better. I mean, these look like shit. These look really awful. These robots look like Rock'em Sock'em robots, or look like some shit from Real Steel. And it looks like a green screen mess. Who are these actors? I don't know who any of these people are. Yeah, that looks really bad. Moontrap, Target Earth. And this is another thing. Why does a sequel to Moontrap in 2017 have shittier effects and look worse than a film from 1989? I just can't wrap my head around that. I really can't. Because we're not doing practical, we're doing CGI for some stupid reason. And I don't really like the tagline either. One small step for man, one giant battle for a woman. Oh! The girl's gonna do it for herself. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Jeez. One giant battle for a woman. Yeah, I see she's a woman in this cover. You don't need to point that out to me, tagline. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I never really got into that show. Oh look, Runaway. With like some other Tom Selleck movies. If you don't have Runaway, hey, you can get some other Tom Selleck movies with it. I'd rather just get it separately. Release that on Blu-ray separately in the US. With like an interview with Tom Selleck. That would be nice. Commentary Michael Crichton or something. That'll never happen. Oh great, look. Here you go. An 8-movie collection with Steven Seagal films. You can get Black Dawn, Black Dong, Out of Reach, Flight of Fury, Shadow Man, The Foreigner, Today You Die, Out for a Kill, and Urban Justice. Like, the only one worth a shit on here seems like it's Urban Justice. So just buy Urban Justice separately. Is this a sequel to that movie, like Cross something? It looks very similar to that other movie, like it was like Cross. It was like some weird superhero thing. Or is it the same film but it has a new cover? I don't know. Beethoven, the complete collection. You can get all 8 Beethoven movies. Why are there 8 Beethoven movies? There should have only been 1. Oh, look, you get all these shitty action. See No Evil's not an action film, and neither is See No Evil 2. This isn't an action collection. That's misleading advertising. There's a lot of nothing here. This is like a February. A lot of who gives a fuck in terms of these upcoming releases here. Winning. Paul Newman, Robert White. I've never even heard of that racing movie. It's the first time I've heard of that one. That's just bad. What the hell is that shit? That looks like fucking ass. DC, you're just re-releasing those old DVDs of like selected episodes of Batman the Animated Series. You lazy fucks with really shitty cover art. I'm not tricked. I know what you're talking. I know exactly what you're doing. You're not tricking me. Lazy as fuck. These Fast and the Furious cover art is pretty bad too. That's awful. The movie's not awful. That's my favorite Fast and the Furious movie, but that cover art is awful. Why is the collection mixed in with Leprechaun? Fuck off, Leprechaun. What do we got here? King Cobra. No relation to the band or the snake. It's based on a true story about these guys who've started a gay porn business. Whatever floats your boat. Stakeland 2. There's a sequel? Okay. Wasn't that impressed with the first film. I don't know why there needed to be a sequel. Okay. Beavis and Butthead, the complete collection. Don't be fooled. This is just the Mike Judge collection put into a set with Volume 4. You know, with the newer season. That's all it is. So, no, it's not the complete collection. It doesn't have new features. It doesn't have the uncut episodes. It doesn't have the music videos. It doesn't have the episodes that Mike Judge, for some stupid reason, didn't want to put on the sets because he doesn't like them. I'm not proud of him. You know what? I don't give a fuck if you're not proud of them. You know, I'm sorry. You shouldn't be in the position to pick and choose what fans of the show should be able to watch on the DVD sets that they're going to pay money for. That's just stupid. I mean, sure, there are some seasons of some shows that have some shitty episodes. Like Tales from the Crypt, there's some great seasons, but there are some episodes that are pretty bad, like Deadline. But, you know, I'd rather that shitty episode be on the set than not be on it. Or I want all the episodes. I don't want shit to be censored. That's stupid. That's moronic. Get over it, Mike Judge. Fuck's sake. It's not all about you. It's his creation. He can do with it what he wants. Not after the fact. Just release the fucking show. Otherwise people are going to keep bootlegging it. Christine. I saw the trailer for that. It looked interesting. I think I'd check it out sometime. Based on the true story of a broadcaster who ended up killing herself on live television. It's pretty crazy. Pretty tragic story. Bigfoot the Movie. What's the difference between this Bigfoot movie and all the other ones? Hey Matt, here's another Bigfoot movie for you. Bigfoot the Movie. The Crooked Man. Michael Jai White. If Michael Jai White is in the film for a long period of time and he's kicking this crooked man's ass who looks like he has dicks for fingers, that would be pretty awesome. but it looks like he's in it for a bit role. I wish, though. I wish we'd see a horror film like the clip that Michael J. White shared on YouTube, where he's like kicking the shit out of these horror villains. Like he's watching horror films with his friends, and he always jumps inside the movie and starts kicking the horror villains' ass. That was a pretty cool video. I'd love to see that movie. Michael J. White versus horror villains. It's probably not what that is, though. Catatonia, Death Rot, Blood Brothers, Down on the Farm, Creature Lake, Killer Clowns. Yeah. No. Not very killer. The Horde, Fight Back or Die. Bill Moseley, Vernon Wells, Paul Logan, Costas Mandalore. He's got like a bow and like a machete. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Rambo? Rambo versus zombies. Now that'd be fucking awesome. Love to see that movie. Harrigan. Nope. No, there's only one Harrigan. It's not this guy. It's Danny fucking Glover from Predator 2. Who the fuck do you think you are? You're not Harrigan. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. What we got on this next page? Textile Ridge. Saw that? Pretty good. Pretty good movie. Best war film since Saving Private Ryan. Maybe. Maybe. Bad Santa 2. I heard bad things about that. It looked like it might be a fun comedy. But then, like, the bad reviews, and yeah, I don't know. I might watch it one day down the road, but not in a rush. I've heard about this film, but I've never seen it. Some pretty cool cover art, though. No Retreat, No Surrender. Really? No Retreat, No Surrender on Blu-ray. Wow. What about the sequels? What about the second film? That's better than this one. Well, that doesn't get a Blu-ray release, but the first one does. Just because Van Damme is in it doesn't mean it's worthy of a Blu-ray release. Best thing about that film is the soundtrack. Certain Fury. Heard of this film, but I've never seen it. Pretty cool cover art, though. Needle Stick. Almost thought it said Needle Dick. Cross your heart and hope to die, Needle Dick. Pretty cool cover art, though. Lance Henriksen. Best of SmackDown Live and Raw in 2016. Yeah. Is that Danny Glover? What the fuck is Danny Glover doing in this movie? Even Danny Glover looks ashamed. He's like, yeah, I'm too old for this shit. Fuck. Kill, Granny, kill. Look who Granny's having for dinner. How's the cover art? It's a nice throwback. It's pretty cool. Movie's probably shitty, but I do like that cover art. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, the Gate Blu-ray. I'm okay with my DVD for right now, though. It has a lot of features on it, and the transfer's pretty good. Ape. My god, that's getting a Blu-ray release, that fucking movie, like the King Kong ripoff that had really shitty effects and had a scene where the giant gorilla is flipping off the camera. Desperate for Blu-ray titles nowadays. Dead Time Stories, yeah. Why? Joe Don Baker Framed? Never even heard of that movie. It's got Mitchell in it. Probably gonna suck. A bunch of dick. Harbinger. What is this? A prequel to Harbinger Down? I hope not. Elite. Oh look. It's Sicario. No, it's not. It's Elite. The same font as Sicario, same plot. They just call it Elite instead of Sicario. Nice fucking try. I'm not fooled. Color's getting a Blu-ray from Shout Factory. Okay, interesting. It's a collector's edition. This is going to be in March. I think there's also going to be a Blu-ray of Robocop 2 and 3 around this time as well. I think so, anyway. Firestarter, Red Dawn, Shout Select Blu-ray. I'm okay with my 2-disc DVD, but alright. Cool, Red Dawn on Blu-ray. Interesting cover art. It looks like a watercolor painting. Firestarter, that's okay. Cover art. Kind of bland, though. You just see the back of Drew Barrymore's head. This one I'm going to wait on the features. And even then I might not get it until a while later. Because I'm not really the biggest fan of Firestarter. Soulless. This looks like it might be a decent thriller, to be honest. I like the idea. It's about a killer who's psychic, and then there's another psychic that's, trying to hunt him down, but the killer is also psychic. So, yeah, and Anthony Hopkins and Colin Farrell. Saw the trailer for it. It looked interesting. Yeah, I'd check that out sometime. Oh, great, the guys from Stomp the Yard are doing an action movie. Fuck that bullshit. Who's in this? Nobody. That's who's in it. Nobody that I know of. 48 Hours to Live. That's probably how you feel after you watch that shit. Oh, I got 48 hours left. March, yeah, House. I pre-ordered the Arrow video release from the UK, which has House 1 and 2, 3, and 4, and a book. But apparently, the US can't get that set. They can only get House 1 and 2. And the reason why I did the one for Arrow in the UK is because, hey, get all four House films in a box set, a really cool looking box set, limited edition book, and also it's got the uncut version of House 3, the horror show, in HD. So that was a big reason why. But for some reason, the uncut version, you can't get that in the US, which is stupid. Fucking moronic. It's dumb. Here we have the Robocop 2 Collector's Edition, which I definitely would like to get someday down the road. I'm waiting on the features, though. I really am. I hope they, do a great job like they're doing with Poltergeist 2, and they probably will, but I'm kind of just waiting on it. I'm not going to pre-order it yet until I know exactly what the features are. Robocop 3, this cover art is lazy as fuck. That is not Robert John Burke. That is Peter Weller. That's Peter Weller's Robocop, and they just put a jetpack on it with Photoshop. And that's actually a picture of an action figure. And look, they got the fucking stupid ass looking robot ninja on the cover too. That's a terrible, terrible thing. Really? Got that fucking stupid crushed face looking ninja. Robocop 3 depends on the features. I know Fred Decker's doing a commentary track. He said it took me a lot of alcohol to be able to get through that. It's like, yeah, I did it, but it took me a lot of beer. Yeah, totally. Even Fred Decker agrees this movie is shit. Yeah, fuck. For the Robocop collection someday down the road, but I'm in no rush for Robocop 3. I definitely say I would, for a collector's edition Robocop 3, I'd buy that over ever buying Robocop. Never buying that on Blu-ray or DVD. Never happening. Rest we have here in March. Some weird movie called ZPG. Documentary that talks about what happens after people quit porn. Apparently it's a sequel. Medal of Victory. Huh. Weird. Death Walks in High Heels. Midnight, I don't know what those are. We got April, there's not much. Lurking Fear is getting a remastered Blu-ray, apparently. Well, Patriots Day already has a DVD release date. I thought that was supposed to come out in theaters. Maybe it already did. Wow, that must not have done very well then if it's already coming out like in April. Personas. There you go. The furry documentary. I don't know what. Okay, future. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Bunch of beach fucking exercise shit. Gumby the movie. And that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching and listening to this trip through the digital bits and through the upcoming DVD and Blu-ray releases for the next few months. And hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys later. See ya.